Welcome back to our series on powerful mind models. If you haven't seen the first video, pause for a moment and watch it. Because today, we're diving into two game-changing ways of thinking that innovators like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Steve Jobs use every day: second-order thinking and inversion thinking. These aren't just techniques, they're mindsets. When you adopt them, you stop reacting to the present and start shaping the future, while avoiding mistakes most people never even see coming. So, what is inversion thinking? Instead of asking, "How do I succeed?" you flip the question, "What could make me fail?" This simple shift changes how you approach problems, goals, and decisions. While most people focus on chasing success, the smarter approach is often to avoid failure first. Think about it. If your goal is to grow your business, most people ask, "What can I do to increase revenue?" instead of what mistakes could destroy growth. If your goal is to get healthier, instead of only asking, "How do I get fit?" ask, "What habits will make me unhealthy?" By identifying failure points first, you can design strategies to prevent them before they even appear. It's like building a safety net before walking a tightrope. Take Warren Buffett, for example. He doesn't chase the next big opportunity or quick profits. What sets him apart is his focus on avoiding permanent losses. Every investment he considers is filtered through one guiding question: where could I lose money? He carefully evaluates risks and potential downsides to protect his capital. This principle of avoiding loss, first, is a core part of inversion thinking and a major reason for his long-term success. That's why he avoids Bitcoin. It carries high risk and no intrinsic value. On the other hand, he invests in Apple because it produces real value, consistent profits, and has a strong competitive moat. It's a smart risk that fits his approach of protecting capital while growing wealth. By focusing on avoiding failure first, Buffett safeguards his investments even when things don't go perfectly. His success isn't just about making money, it's about not losing it, a perfect example of inversion thinking in action. Or take Elon Musk at SpaceX as an example. Before every rocket launch, Musk and his team start by asking one guiding question: what could make this mission fail? They don't just focus on the immediate goal of getting a rocket into orbit. Instead, they break down every step of the mission and analyze all possible points of failure. For example, they examine technical risks, such as engine malfunctions or software glitches, and plan redundancies to prevent catastrophic errors. They study supply chain vulnerabilities, ensuring that every part arrives on time and meets strict quality standards. Human error is also considered with rigorous training, simulations, and checklists to minimize mistakes. Even environmental factors like weather or launch site conditions are carefully monitored and incorporated into contingency plans. By systematically identifying potential failures before they happen, SpaceX can design solutions in advance, whether it's adding backup systems, improving manufacturing processes, or rethinking the design entirely. This careful attention to what could go wrong allows them to innovate safely, pushing boundaries without unnecessary risk. A great example of the payoff is reusable rockets. By analyzing failure points in every stage of a rocket's flight, launch, orbit, re-entry, and landing, SpaceX was able to design rockets that could return safely and be used again. This not only reduces the cost of space travel, but also opens the door to missions that were previously impossible. For Musk, success isn't just about reaching orbit or meeting deadlines. It's about anticipating failure points and designing around them, ensuring that even the most ambitious goals are achievable. This is inversion thinking in action. By focusing first on what could go wrong, he and his team make decisions that maximize safety, efficiency, and long-term impact. Even in everyday life, and especially when starting a company, inversion thinking can make a huge difference. Let's say you want to launch a new business. Instead of only asking, "How do I make this business successful?" start by asking the inversion question: what could make this business fail? Maybe your product doesn't meet a real market need. In that case, spend time validating your idea with potential customers before investing heavily. Maybe you run out of cash too quickly. Plan your budget carefully. Identify funding options and set realistic milestones. Maybe your team isn't aligned or lacks the right skills. Hire intentionally, define roles clearly, and build a strong company culture from day one. Maybe you underestimate competition. Research competitors, learn from their mistakes, and identify ways to differentiate yourself. By thinking backwards from failure, you can anticipate obstacles before they even appear. You design solutions in advance, set up safeguards, and reduce unnecessary risk. Instead of reacting to problems as they arise, you proactively prevent them, giving your business a much stronger chance to succeed. In short, inversion thinking in entrepreneurship isn't just a mental exercise. It's a practical tool that helps you make smarter decisions, avoid hidden pitfalls, and build a company that can survive and thrive in the real world. Here's a simple but powerful framework for practicing inversion thinking. First, start by defining your goal clearly. Don't settle for vague statements like, I want to be successful or I want to grow my business. But get specific. Know exactly what success looks like, what measurable outcomes you're aiming for, and what a win really means in this context. The clearer your goal, the easier it is to anticipate what could go wrong. Next, ask the inversion question. What could make this fail? This is where the magic happens. List every possible risk, mistake, or obstacle, from the obvious to the seemingly unlikely. Think about human errors, technical problems, market changes, financial pitfalls, timing issues, and anything else that could derail your plan. The more detailed your list, the more prepared you will be. Then, plan safeguards for each potential failure point. For every risk you identified, decide how you can prevent it or at least reduce its impact. This could mean creating backup plans, adding redundancies, adjusting your timeline, or reallocating resources. The idea is to build a safety net before you even take the first step, so you can move forward confidently. Finally, take action and iterate. Implement your plan, but don't assume it's perfect. Keep monitoring for risks along the way, and adjust your strategy as new challenges arise. Inversion thinking isn't just a one-time exercise. It's a mindset, a continuous process of identifying potential failures and proactively designing solutions. By thinking backward from failure, you increase your chances of long-term success while avoiding pitfalls most people never even see coming. Now, here's where things get really powerful. Once you master inversion thinking, you can combine it with second-order thinking for maximum impact. Take Amazon Prime, for example. Using second-order thinking, faster shipping didn't just satisfy customers. It built loyalty, which fueled growth across Amazon's ecosystem and eventually helped create Amazon Web Services. And by using inversion thinking, he asked, what could go wrong? He anticipated huge upfront costs, operational challenges, and potential customer dissatisfaction, and he built systems to prevent these problems. The result was massive long-term value while keeping risks under control. Or consider Tesla's Gigafactory. Through second-order thinking, building a factory to meet battery demand allowed Tesla to scale, lower costs, and drive the growth of electric vehicles worldwide. At the same time, Musk applied inversion thinking, asking, what could derail this plan? By anticipating risks, from supply chain issues to delays and extra costs, Tesla avoided setbacks and secured a clear advantage. The key insight is simple. Second-order thinking helps you see opportunities and ripple effects, while inversion thinking protects those opportunities from hidden pitfalls. Together, they give you a mental superpower, the ability to anticipate outcomes, maximize impact, and avoid failure most people don't even see coming. Inversion thinking teaches you to avoid failure first, and second-order thinking teaches you to maximize long-term impact. Combine them and your decisions become both powerful and resilient. This kind of thinking drives transformative results in business, life, or any field you choose. So if you found this video helpful so far, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You don't want to miss our next deep dive into mind models, where we'll teach you how to invert problems for breakthrough thinking. This series is about giving you tools to think like the world's greatest minds, and the journey is just getting started. Thanks for watching. Keep sharpening your thinking. The future you create starts in your mind. See you in the next video.